Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for being with us today. My name is Jorge Gutierrez from Centro de Vinculación Tecnológica. And on behalf of CAINTRA and Montreal UTEC, I sincerely thank and acknowledge every one of you who kindly accept our invitation to our first B2B meeting between the Canadian delegation of startups and the selected key Mexican manufacturers. Nowadays, innovation is not an option. It is a must increase growth to stand out from competitors and to meet the changing needs of customers. This B2B meeting's main objective is to enhance the opportunities for collaboration between companies and startups to improve their own capabilities and new competitive advantages. Before we start, I would like to give some recommendations. Please to identify yourself with your and then the company where you are is going to be easy for us to identify from which company are you. Please mute your microphone to avoid any distractions, and if you have any question, please use the chat. To finish, I would like to introduce Alejandro Martinez from Montreal UTEC, who was an important strategic partner to us to organize the SmartMove and this event, and who is going to talk about what are we gonna do today. Welcome all, and thank you again for attending this event.
Thank you, everybody. This is I'm very happy to be here with you on the side of the Mexican companies and the startups. Thank you very much for accepting this invitation. Montreal UTEC, for those who doesn't know us yet, Montreal UTEC is an organization that promotes the collaboration between the startups, industry, and researchers. We foster the adoption of science and technology-driven innovations within the industry. And this is precisely what we are doing here. This collaboration, we are very glad to collaborate with CAINTRA, with the Centro de Vinculación Tecnológica. The startups are here, and thank you very much for being here. And thank you to the Minister of Economy of Quebec that made it possible for us to organize this event or this private meeting. So Jorge, if you allow me, let's start with the agenda. The program is divided in 3 sections. The first section is the pitch, reverse pitch by the companies, and then the technological solutions pitch by the startups. We will start by the companies and then by the startups. After that, we will have the presentation of a business case, a success story by a Mexican company. The Mexican company is Cemex Ventures that will present us about what they have been doing in working with startups. And finally, we will go to the more meaningful part of this, which is the encounters one-on-one private meetings between the startups and the companies. So just gonna read the order of the presentation. So a few reminders on this is that we will appreciate for you to keep the time, to keep your presentation for the time allotted for you. It was 3 minutes maximum per organization to present yourself, present your name, what's your company, and then the rest of your pitch. We're gonna start with the companies. We will start with Whirlpool, then after Cuprum, then after Via Cable, Daltile, and Sigma Alimentos. Then I will show up again to introduce the startups. So we can start with Whirlpool.
Hi, this is Jaime Ruiz. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm in charge for the development and innovation technology for GIS. GIS is the name for technology sector for our company. So in Whirlpool, we are working on several initiatives related with the digital transformation. And we are very focusing in the communication to accelerate the communication between the business and our customers. So we are creating all the chain that it's necessary to have this accurate information from the field and how to solve the needs that we identified from the field. And that's why this forum is very interesting for us. We are expecting that we can find some ideas and some partners, if you let me say, where we are we are working on. So this will be so exciting for us, and well, we hope we can well give you some ideas.
Thank you very much, Jaime. Now we are going to listen to Cuprum. Just a clarification, between your pitch, there's not a questions answers. We are expecting for you to cover the questions and answers in your one-to-one meeting. So we continue now with Cuprum.
Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Okay, thank you very much. Here we are Cuprum. We are the largest extruder in Latin America, aluminum extruder. Here with us is two of my partners from the IT department, Jose and Gerardo, and myself from the engineering and technological department from the extrusion business. So who we are a multinational company that purchases aluminum and transform it and provide flexible solutions. We are the largest aluminum extruder in Latin America. We are the ladder manufacturing leader in the US in the domestic market. Additionally, we are the second player in the US market and the #1 player for the industrial ladders in the US market. And we also are the #1 player in the Canadian market. We are also the main prefabricated window producer in Mexico. We are the biggest aluminum architectural retail store chain in Mexico, and we are the largest seller of aluminum sheets in Mexico. We have several competitive advantages, like the channel control, the vertical integration, the leadership with the brands that we have and positioned in the market, the scale, the volume and international footprint benefits. We know we have experience in several markets, and we know the complexity of each of them. So we have that knowledge. Additionally, we have how can I say, a muscle on the innovation, not only as a product, but also as a process. So those are our competitive advantages. We have 4 different solutions or 4 different business units, such as the construction solutions, where we are providing aluminum profiles for architectural and also the building segment. Industrial solutions, where we have products, aluminum profiles for that segment with value-added processes like painting, anodizing, additionally machining and cutting to length. The flat products, we have also service centers for process and distribute aluminum and stainless steel, complemented with a foil packaging operation. And additionally, maybe the most famous, the ladder business, with the production of and sales of ladders in more than 40 countries. Here you can see our main, our footprint in a general way. We have operations here in Nuevo León, and also in the Mexico City, Estado de Mexico. We have offices in US, in Canada, in China, and also in Peru. Well, our challenges now, we have everyone here knows that we need to be present and accessible to our stakeholders, not only the final customer, but also our employees, to keep them safe and also to keep them healthy. Additionally, the operational efficiency. We know about the industry 4.0, but going beyond of that, what we need to implement to making the right framework to start getting data analytics from gas house to customer, from end to end. We have to develop that kinds of solution and the digital security and safeness. So more words or less is what he is here explaining. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and this is Cuprum.
Thank you very much, Cesar. Now we continue with the people of Via Cable. Just a quick reminder, let's try to keep our participation to 3 minutes per company and startup.
Hello everyone. I'm Bernardo de la Rosa from Via Cable. We are a cable manufacturing company from Mexico. We belong to Cygnus Group. Cygnus is our holding, is the headquarters, which also includes different factories, not only in the cable area, also in transformers, food, snacks, and other services. Well, I already mentioned we produce cables from all sizes, from the electronic type of cables, and also to the extra and high power voltage cables. So we produce mainly all type of cable that exists in the market. We have been working on the Industry 4.0 initiative like 2 years ago, since 2 years ago, and right now we are trying to develop some very specific use cases, and that's why we are here. We're looking for augmented reality suppliers, virtual and augmented reality suppliers, traceability, asset traceability, and also a statistical process control in line using IoT algorithms, machine learning algorithms, and all these new technologies applying to these kind of projects. Mainly, we already have, as I mentioned, like 2 years working on them. We already have a platform, we already have some infrastructure, but we are looking for more partners to develop these use cases. So that's why we're here, and we are open to hear from you guys. What can you offer? So thank you very much. We are Viacable. Also to get in this meeting together with me is Deneb Robles and Sergio Romero. They are part of the team of Viacable. So we'll be open to hear from you and to listen and to learn what can you offer in order to help us be successful in this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bernardo. Now we continue with Daltile.
Good afternoon. We are Daltile. I'm Luis Enrique Martinez. Here with me is Oscar Gerardo, that is of automation chief, and our manager, Juan Carlos Salas. Certainly, who we are part of the Mojo Group, the largest coding company in the world. We have plants in different parts around the world. At the center of presentation, we can see some of our brands, Daltile, K, Marasi, Verbo, Uniline, etc. And in Mexico, we have 10 plants that is located in Salamanca, Guanajuato, Monterrey, Nuevo León, and Mexicali. About our history, we can see in the bottom part in our presentation how we start in the 1955 with our first plant in Monterrey, and the last plant is Planta Salamanca. That is an extension of that plant. Now we continue with Oscar about our opportunities and to share with the suppliers in Canada, and we have some expectations about the solution that can offer or give us. Thank you.
Okay, hello to everyone. I'm Oscar Melendez. I'm the person in charge of automation department in Daltile, Mexico. I'm going to talk about some of the main challenge that we have in our process. In the grinding and atomizer area, we want to make a continuous measurement of density, viscosity, and granulometry of the powered humidity, and some of machine learning algorithm to improve the performance of our machines and of our process. We are looking for some partner to do this chart. In the area of presses and glaze lengths, we want to make the same way automatic measurement of braking, humidity, glaze weight. That is a challenge. how to measurement the glaze waste, green waste. There are some measurements that we do manually in our production lines, and the general dimension of the pressed product, upper intensity of pressed pieces. Other areas, we have the kilns. In the kilns, we have the main opportunity that we count pieces, but there are some problems to count pieces correctly. So we think that if we can do that with visual recognition, there is better way to have that information correctly. So we want to implement a visual recognized computer system to detect the shape, format, and to count pieces, to count the downtime of the kilns, and to measure the fire waste. And in our sorting lines, we want to implement some device or some software to make visual recognition of the shape and the format of the pieces that we are running on each line. And that is our challenge, main challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Now we will invite the representative from Sigma Alimentos.
Hi, my name is Arlette. I'm from Sigma Alimentos. Sigma is a food company that is part of Grupo Alfa, which is a Mexican group. That's like, as you can see, has another companies on the group that are not related with the food industry. We are a global company that basically produce processed meat and dairy products. We have present in 80 countries worldwide. We offer different kinds of products, from cooked meats to other categories, dry meats and dairy products. We are more than 45,000 employees. We have 70 manufacturing facilities in all over the world. I'm part of Taste Tech, which is the program we have in Sigma to connect with the startup ecosystem. And what we have is right now is an acceleration program that we did, that we started in 2019. And what we offer to the startups that participate in these programs is the opportunity to test their value proposition inside Sigma. We give them a dedicated team expert from Sigma, the resources that you need, so we can test the technology and see how can we work together in the future. We don't have already our specifications for the necessities we're gonna do on 2021. But for example, in our last edition, we have solutions from artificial intelligence to new products. So we look for all the value chain solutions that can help us in different kind of problems, from amazing tech, always looking to automate process in a key aspects of our company, to new opportunities, even new business models or new products. We look for all the range. So in early 2021, we will release the specifications of the challenges for our new acceleration program, but we always are looking for good opportunities.
Thank you, Arlette. Thank you very much for your presentation, and thank you for all of the Mexican companies that presented. Now it is the time to give the room for the startups that will present the technology that they have been working on. And once again, just a reminder to stick to the time that you're allotted, 3 minutes. We are going to start with Aperium Reality. And Antoine,
is Jimmy there, or are we waiting? We can do after me actually if he wants to, if he joins. So quickly, what we do at Aperium. My name is Antoine, by the way. I'm the founder of Aperium. We've been around for 4 years now. We help small companies, we help big companies to introduce advanced technology products to their respective market and go through lean innovation process with them, shall it be to disrupt a process that they have right now or to improve it. We specialize with custom interactive technologies, and that's very wide. We do VR, AR, web applications, custom hardware, AI, and we're basically a team of product managers and developers specialized in interactive hardware and software. These are all tools and buzzwords that we hear here and there, but what's important for us is to work toward the outcome that the company or the SMEs, our clients are trying to reach. And I won't be vouching for my company a lot, because most of the time people come to us with a problem, and turns out that technology is not necessarily the best way to handle it, or it doesn't make sense to start developing content and maintaining the content for the problem that people comes to us for. So first thing that we do basically is working with you to establish the business strategy and make sure that the technology choices and architecture that we think brings the long-term value for your problems. We can help as well for development, UX, UI, which are all very important in the product development, but that's not this is not where we start from usually, unless you already have this product fit already figured out. We like to start from the beginning with you. So our goal is to help you get your outcome, make sure it's feasible, like I said, make sure technologies are right and are the best way to reach it. We use lean technology, lean processes, fail-fast approach. We strategize for the long term, but we always execute small loop iterations to bring value quickly to your businesses when, as I said, it makes sense to do so. So I think it's 3 minutes. I don't have a timer, but that's pretty much what we do at Aperium. I'll be glad to talk with you more about it for your specific market.
Thank you very much, Antoine. We're gonna continue now with the robotic with Robert, but before we do so, just want to explain to you how this is gonna work for the meetings on the one-on-one after the presentations. We're gonna have like 3 more presentations by the startups, then we'll make a little pause for giving time to the Mexican companies to indicate to us who they are interested to meet with. After which we will continue again with more pitches from the startups, and then we will ask the companies again to let us know which companies they are interested to meet with. Then on the back, the team, the Montreal Tech and Caintra, we will organize the meetings for you, and we'll let you know the startups who you're going to meet with. So now we will continue with Optin Robotic. Robert, I saw you there a few minutes ago. If you're able to present.
So hi, I'm Rob. I'm the marketing director at Omni Robotic. We provide an autonomous robotics technology for high mix manufacturers. So really purpose built for high mix instead of mass manufacturers exclusively. Now, defining what a high mix manufacturer is, well, in reality, most of us think of robotics in manufacturing as serving automotive or consumer electronic companies. That's because the volume and the value added is so high that you can afford to, spend a lot of time programming and jigging parts to automate it. With an autonomous solution, effectively, it programs itself, and it's able to do that with respect to the space and position of parts. So you don't have all those intensive requirements that come with traditional robotics. So, how do we do this? Well, it's a 3-step process. We like to call it see, plan, execute. So use 3D perception to see a part, plan it using AI and a variety of process-based protocols to generate an efficient robot motion, and then basically use robot drivers on existing available industrial robots to execute the program and achieve that robotic level of consistency, reliability, and all-day functioning that high mix manufacturers really don't benefit from yet today. Now, it's easier said than done, but a little bit of the secret sauce is, with the 3D perception, using shape libraries, using some other process models, and effectively generating a digital twin with the part in the environment, then kind of chunking or breaking up the multiple tasks, surfaces, motions, layers of coding that might be done, and then applying goal sets and process constraints. So, what's the PSI on your paint gun, for instance? That's all combined to then just, using obviously the power of software rather than having somebody do this manually, generate a motion program and use a robot driver. So like a Fanuc or a ABB, Yaskawa, Kawasaki, a few of the kind of generally available ones were generally compatible with those. And then, you can implement it for a variety of materials handling flows. So whether it's batch processing, whether you have a moving overhead conveyor, effectively, the idea of autonomy is to be able to respond to parts in real time. So, we've built this capability for spray processes, and this is a bit of the technical overview of the system. We offer the Omni Scanner and the Omni Brain, which are the core components that effectively plug into your automation control systems and also your robots on site. And then from there, it's a closed loop. The amount of data processed doesn't permit us to do it over the cloud, but it effectively produces a pretty reliable solution. So that's 3 minutes almost on the dot, I think. And thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Robert. Much appreciated. Now we're going to continue ahead. I'm going to invite Nicola from Funartech.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nikolai from Funartech. I'm the CEO. A few words about us. So we are a startup from Montreal doing AI, but differently. We do things a little bit differently. We use ML, but also other mathematical fields. We are basically doing three things. We are offering our services to help solve industrial problems, whatever the sector, the industry. We are building our first products with our customers, mainly in supply chain, computer vision, and manufacturing. And then we also do a lot of research because we're working on what we believe is the future of AI, and we're also working on Industry 5.0 solutions. Yes, 5.0, Industry 5.0 does exist. Basically what we do, whether it's services, products, or research, it's to answer those 4 questions that you see, which is a way that Gartner cut the analysis that you can use to solve the industrial problems. Now there is a 5th one, the cognitive analysis, but let's say that the 4 that you see here are basically what we do. The first one is the descriptive analysis, basically answering the question, what has happened? That's an assessment of what you have. And then you have the second one, which is the diagnostic analysis. Why did it happen? This is more interesting. Why did it succeed or not? And what can you do? Then there is the predictive analysis that we're talking so much about with ML. What is likely to happen? So you have a scenario system is spitting out an output with a certain probability. And then the most interesting one, the prescriptive analysis, and this is what we do, which is basically try to find out what you can do to optimize your process. So the question you answer is, for instance, I want to improve or to augment my sales by 20%. What should I do? This is what we basically do. And you should see this as a continuum. Those are not 3 or 4 different analyses. It's a whole bunch. It's a continuum. So basically, that's what we do at Funartech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicola. Now, let us invite Charles from Deep Light.
Thank you, Alejandro, and pleasure to meet everybody. Hopefully that didn't eat into my 3 minutes, but anyway, it's a pleasure to meet everybody, and great to hear from all the companies in Mexico as well. So Deep Light, we're a startup company based out of Montreal, and our mission is AI for everyday life. And what does that mean? Basically, in the world of AI, there's an increasing demand now for computer vision and perception type models to be run more efficiently in the cloud, but more and more at the edge, so on the edge device. So we play in a number of different verticals. Really, it's anything to do with applications such as facial recognition, gesture control, person detection, object detection, all these types of applications that need to be run on, low cost, low power edge devices. So typically, cameras in consumer electronics, smart manufacturing, autonomous vehicles. There's quite a broad range. So basically, from what I've heard today as well, in terms of visual recognition of shapes and formats, safety of people, and person detection. So those are really the types of applications that we're involved in. Why do we exist? Well, the challenge today is in the world of computer vision and perception models. These are all sort of deep neural networks or convolutional neural networks, and they're large in size. And today, a lot of companies that are trying to roll out these applications they're testing, training these models, and they're trying to optimize them using heavy compute power, so cloud infrastructure. And that's great, that's powerful, but there's a lot of cost. But when you try and then run these models on low cost, low power devices, or you want to run it faster in the cloud, you need basically to optimize and accelerate these models. And that's where Deep Light comes in. So we're really a software enabler. So we have a software engine that takes these large size models and compresses them and accelerates them so that they can run more effectively in the cloud or on GPUs, but ultimately to run on these constrained edge devices. And again, it covers a whole different spectrum of edge devices as well. And we believe that, edge will eventually be bigger than cloud as well. If you look at the recent announcement of NVIDIA acquiring ARM, ARM in themselves have millions to billions of MCUs that are in homes, in all sorts of edge devices. And, basically with the concerns around data security, data privacy as well, and the volumes of data, not everything can be handled in the cloud. It needs to go more and more to the edge. And that's what we're focused on. And basically, to summarize what we have, so we've built a software engine. Like I said, it's really a technology software enabler. So we take these original trained models, we run them through our software, and we produce an optimized or accelerated model so that it can fit on the hardware constraints of that edge device. But we do this, and you can, as a user, you can set your specific KPIs. And the most important one is, if you think about automated optical inspection in manufacturing plants, for example, you want an accurate model and you can't afford any degradation. And you can actually, whilst you're producing an optimized model, you can actually maintain that level of accuracy as well. So that's ultimately what we do. And I'd love to have the opportunity to speak to you and hopefully enable some of the digitalization and AI applications you're looking to roll out.
Thank you very much, Charles. Now, there was a little bit of contratiempo in Spanish for Jamie from BrainBox, but he's finally here with us. So I will invite Jamie to present us what BrainBox AI does.
Hey, thanks very much, Alejandro, and I apologize for the technical issues there. So for some reason, my video is on, but I know it's not showing up, at least on my screen, but I'm gonna go ahead and share my deck here. Well, again, greatly appreciate the time. I know we've got only 3 minutes here or so, so try to make this succinct. My name is Jamie Hahn with BrainBox AI. We're based out of Montreal, Canada, but now we've really accumulated a global footprint over the last 15 months of business. We're an AI company razor focused on leveraging AI to optimize energy savings and reduce climate impact in the built environment. So when we look at challenges of commercial buildings today, generally anywhere from 40 to 60% of the total building's energy consumption on an annual basis comes from HVAC operations. And approximately 30% of that energy today is wasted. This presents a significant opportunity for improvement. Some of the other challenges, though, around energy efficiency solutions is that many of them carry very large CapEx expenditures and long timelines to deploy. And then last but not least, HVAC has a direct impact on occupant comfort, occupant productivity, and I'll touch on how we address that while also producing significant energy savings for our clients. Just for a moment, think about AI as being applied in many other industries, as we just heard. But specifically how it's being used in autonomous vehicles, right? One main thing the AI is doing is it's making thousands of predictions in the matter of milliseconds to determine what the future brings in order to drive the car in the most safest and efficient manner. Now think about HVAC systems in commercial buildings today. It would be as if you covered up the windshield. You would only be able to see historically out the rearview mirror and what happened in the presence out the side windows, right? Why? All HVAC systems today are entirely reactive to temperature events and thermal conditions that have already occurred, right? So they're constantly being surprised. They're constantly racing against these thermal inertias that build up in a building, and they're very static in how they have their logic, all right? They're fixed schedule-based systems, yet we know commercial buildings are extremely dynamic and always changing. So we're bringing this predictive capability to HVAC systems today. And what we do is we simply add intelligence and predictive capabilities to the existing systems and assets that are in commercial buildings today, right? So we take advantage of what's already there and we make it work better, smarter, and greener. What we've really done to move the needle is there's a lot of analytics products that are in the market that will provide insights to building operators and building owners of where they can optimize. But the biggest problem with those analytics programs that are in the market is that someone needs to do something with those insights to drive results. And generally that's human beings. What we do is we're able to observe, learn, predict, and act autonomously without any human intervention. So the point there is that we're able to do hundreds of small optimization tweaks in a building in real time, 24/7. That allows us to deliver a very sustainable ROI on behalf of our clients. We currently have deployed in approximately 50 million square feet now globally since May of last year when we commercialized the technology, and we're seeing some significant results consistently across those buildings. Up to 25% in total building energy reduction costs. That means that we're actually optimizing the HVAC system by well over 50%. At the same time, we allow our clients to achieve ESG and sustainability goals by vastly reducing their carbon footprint and decarbonizing their commercial operations. And then at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, it's important to note that we do not compromise comfort in order to generate savings, just the opposite. By reducing the swings of temperature in and out of an existing deadband in a given area of a building, we spend more time in that set point. And obviously at that point, it equates to greater comfort for the occupants. So we're able to not only increase comfort metrics, but at the same time, significantly reduce energy consumption. And it's a very light touch implementation. Generally, it could be done with a software driver or our edge device in less than an hour to 2 hours of install. So very scalable across large portfolios. We're a SaaS model. This is just giving you an example. The benefit here, though, a 500,000 square foot building that's spending about 1.25 million per year in annual energy costs, we would show a 20% savings or 250,000, and we price our solution down to a cost per square foot per year that's billed on a monthly basis. In this case, again, this not only eliminates any upfront investment on behalf of our client, but it also shows positive cash flow immediately. And in this example, we're showing a net savings of over $200,000. Just to touch on some of the other advantages, we also, as part and parcel of our service, provide 24/7 monitoring. So our own building engineers will keep eyes and ears on every building that's connected, providing insight, letting know when there's an issues or anomalies with existing equipment to those building owners and operators. We're control system agnostic, so the existing building management system, as long as it has open protocol, we can connect, read, and write to. So we're working with the Honeywells, Johnson Controls, Schneider, Siemens, and many others. There is no sensor deployment required. So we're basically taking advantage of the existing assets that have already been put in place. We're significantly reducing equipment runtimes. We're extending equipment life. We're increasing the ROI on the existing HVAC assets in the building, and we're lowering overall maintenance costs. With that, I thank everyone for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Jamie. We're a little bit behind schedule. Jorge, is right now, I think that there's a pause for the Mexican companies to say who they want to meet with out of the first batch.
Yeah, we already sent the link of Doodle to the Mexican companies to select 2 or 3 companies that you want to have a B2B meeting.
Now let's continue with the second part of the pitches. Now we're going to continue with Ali from Data Performers.
So I would like to introduce myself. I'm Ali Alawat from Data Performers. I'm the CPO of the company. And I would like to present to you our visual intelligence solution and product, Macula AI. So what this solution does is basically simplify the process of you integrating visual intelligence. So you're talking about computer vision and inspection systems in your factory. And the idea here is we place an edge device in your factory where it runs a model that in real time detects a defect, recognize objects, and also basically in general, anything related to visual intelligence or algorithm that you're hoping to deploy, you would be able to do that. The benefit of this solution, it resembles a lot of solutions similar to the cloud-based solutions, but we have an edge device that enables you to have real-time value from your inspection operations. We are targeting the industries of electronics, automotive, consumer products, and recently in the food industry. Basically, the strength of this solution is it's the least step of intervention in terms of changing your factory setting. We place our cameras and our edge devices very swiftly in your production line, and you would be able to start detecting defects, tracking objects, identifying objects if you want to do a secondary operation with robotics. And so what differentiates us apart from what's out there in the market for visual inspection is our approach of, our simple approach of just installing a camera like a standard Gigi camera in a factory and being able to inspect multiple parts in your factory. We have a very capable anomaly detection algorithm, and we use synthetic data that is actually generated from your CAD files to enrich your existing data set, which help us get to market quite fast. We help you also deploy your solution even faster. And we have basically detection models, segmentation models that helps you identify different features in your production line. This is very applicable to electronics, packaging, in material production, like I've seen earlier with the aluminum and the food industry, as well as in the cabling and all this type of manufacturing. Our current clients, for example, right now is Toyota in Japan, where we're developing basically an automated process for them for inspecting welds. So one of those challenging cases when it comes to inspection is cases like welds, where we help basically detect defects with very high level of accuracy on a very critical components. And this is the type of value we add to you. We're always driven by the QA value that we can add. And we're here to listen to your challenges and to show you a solution. We're very confident in our capability of delivering value. We offer a free proof of concept with your data to show you how your system will work. And we're confident that you will be happy with the results. So within two days to 2 weeks, you will start seeing results of our solution. We're also applying this directly to 3D data. We have strong capability in sensing with 3D based cameras. And yeah, we are here to listen to your challenges.
Thank you very much, Ali. Now let's move forward. We're gonna invite Meli AI, Edward or Juan.
Buenos días a todos. Successful companies are built on past successful project, and a successful project is built on the right decision made by a project manager. But up to now, project managers only rely on their past experience to manage project executions, and this results in the projects failing almost 1 time out of 2, costing millions of dollars to companies in penalty and opportunity loss. While there are tons of tools out there for project management, none can transform data into predictable project intelligence to prevent project failures and support decision-making, until now. My name is Edward Ko, CEO and co-founder of Meli.ai. Using AI, we leverage all past enterprise knowledge to provide project intelligence so everyone in the organization can make informed decisions to achieve their business objectives. Our solution is a smart engine which interacts with your project management platform and document repository to extract key project intelligence and to provide visibility between teams in your organization. This is how it works. First, we break down your previous knowledge and make it accessible. Using natural language processing algorithms, our engine extracts key information from your past documents to populate our knowledge center and to feed into the prediction model. Basically, we're making the knowledge from senior project managers available to anyone to search, and therefore making everyone an expert, even though that person is junior or newcomer to your organization. Now that our engine has the knowledge, our machine learning algorithm goes into the project management data to detect opportunities to exploit or prevent negative risks to occur. It is like having an army of project managers running different scenarios continuously to predict project outcomes and suggesting path corrections to maximize your project deliveries. So for example, if using a supplier A for a specific type of project was a past issue documented in the lessons learned, while When a project manager wants to use this supplier again for a similar project, our engine notifies the person in charge for further investigation. Top-down visibility and alignment is super important in a large organization. While with the data that we have collected, we provide modern and customizable dashboard for everyone in the organization. Our KPI reporting are widget-based, so it's super easy for everyone to set up their own dashboards. Our business model is simple. We're B2B and we use a fixed monthly subscription pricing model. We charge a one-time implementation fee and we can deploy within a few weeks. And this is a fraction of the cost and time when compared to other options. On one hand, you can hire consultants and to get insights in 3 months and costing hundreds of thousands of dollars per mandate. On the other hand, companies can choose to implement their own AI tools, but not only it's much more expensive, they will need to hire a full team to develop and maintain the solution. Our team is composed with experienced project manager and data experts. We have a combined 40 years of project management experience altogether. So I look forward to learn more about your current pain points in private conversation today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Edward. Now let's continue with Alberto from Lofura.
Buenas tardes, me llamo Alberto, José Alberto Nerio, y soy presidente y fundador de Lofura. Un poco sobre mi persona, bueno, nacido en Montreal, Canadá, pero de padres salvadoreños. Crecí en una grande familia y mi papá siempre me llevaba al campo, así que soy un poco futbolista, me encanta la música latina y el baile. Voy a continuar en inglés para hablar de Lofura, pero si quieren hacerme preguntas en español después, adelante. So what is Lofura? Lofura is an AI-focused technology company specializing in the optimization of industrial productivity in real time. So our vision is to build the conscious factory of the future through intelligent optimization for higher productivity. So we've pre-developed artificial intelligence pipelines to accelerate business ROI for industrial clients to plan, predict, and act on their production data. We have global teams that have deployed many projects on 4 continents. We support English, French, Spanish, and the German languages. We're currently 8 in Montreal. We have a team of 70 in Prague, 50 in Berlin, 50 in Guatemala and El Salvador, and we're opening up Costa Rica as we speak. Our strength lies in the scalability and flexibility of our enterprise-grade solution. So it's based on your customer requirements. What we do is we focus on lost opportunities that might not be seen because of complex data flows between your enterprise and your control schedules. So we're talking about scheduling, quality assurance, maintenance, and process data. Anything from like chaotic scheduling of production runs, unreliable long and short-term capacity planning, inaccurate inventory and logistics. These are all waste problems that our clients face. So how we do this is we generate real-time scheduling of shifts by labor requirements. We're able to do real-time quality control and production and maintenance. We align your resources and your labor to maximize your production. So when one of your customers changes their requirements, you have a centralized system that improves your lead time and your quality processes, making sure your lines continue to run smoothly. And how we do this is we have a platform called TASP. It's a platform as a service, so it's generic enough to cover a wide range of optimization problems and domains in near real time. So anything from operation business rule processing, manufacturing process optimization, or inventory management, it helps you cut down your planning costs, maximize the utilization of your production lines, all in a single click of replanning. Our product is pretty broad and applies to across different industries. We have many use cases. We also have the help of other sub-products such as machine vision, anomaly detection framework, but mostly we focus on manufacturing at Lofura for North and South America. Our systems implementations solve your most crucial business operational issues and save on average 10% on operational costs and 30 to 50% of time savings in manual planning. We're excited and look forward to working on your business cases with all of you. Thank you very much.
Alberto, muchas gracias por la presentación. Thank you very much for the presentation, Alberto. Now let's continue ahead. We have now a research center that is going to present. They are CIMAT, that's a Mexican center of, I'll let themselves to present.
Hello, everyone. Okay, this presentation is slightly different because we are a mathematics research center. So why the difference? Because we offer solutions transversally to all kind of sectors and specific and solutions. So we have presence in 6 cities in Mexico. Our main functions are first, research and development. Second, human capital formation. And third, knowledge and technology transfer in three research areas: mathematics, probability and statistics, computing science. And we have also some education programs. For example, we have 4 PhDs and 2 others just in Master in Science. Okay, so I'm mentioning this because our main, as you can see, the education is the basis of our, or the essence of our institution. And from there, we have developed many solutions in the private and public sectors. For example, in computer science, the computer vision, high performance computing, in cloud computing, cybersecurity. In data science, artificial algorithms for predictive purposes, data visualization, natural language processing, geostatistics, and mathematics and statistics, forecasting, optimization and simulation, design of experiments in industrial processes, reliability analysis also that we will see later in some other examples. Here, some of our clients, most of them are from the government because of our nature, but also the manufacturing sector, science and technology, education, commerce, and some others. Some success stories are, for example, recently we had a project in Cisamex and Via Cable, actually one of the companies we listened before. And the main objectives here was the pre-processing and feature extraction of signals of specialized equipment. Also the predictive maintenance modeling, prediction of time to failure, quality control, scrap reduction, etc. In image processing, the deterioration of objects, feature extraction, visual inspection for quality and counting. For example, in chain value optimization, we have developed some models for the strategic planning. That means, for example, forecasting of demand or some other KPIs. Also space-time optimization, growth and expansion strategies for some big companies as OXXO. I don't know if you know OXXO, but it's a very big and has presence all around Mexico in 20,000 points, sales points. And also transactional analysis for market and price baskets analysis. In the econometrics area, we have developed some regional econometric models for development, construction, forecasting of complex economic indicators, risk management, portfolio optimization, and some others. Well, in progress, we have a laboratory of 4.0 about smart cities, environmental sustainability, agriculture 4.0, and manufacturing intelligence. And well, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now let's continue. And this is the last presentation of the startups. It's gonna be Guy from Roculo. Guy, I hope I pronounced well the name of your startup.
My name is Guy, co-founder of Roculo. I'm actually here with my partner, Anthony. He's going to mention a few points later on in the presentation. But essentially, we create real-time and high-impact machine vision systems, specializing for the materials and mining metallurgical industries. So why do we exist on the high level? Well, if you go to one of these processing plants or processing circuits, whether for construction materials or for gold, copper, iron manufacturing, what you notice is that these plants are interconnected networks of conveyor belts and processing streams in which the plant manufacturing has to assume a lot of steady state conditions. The issue is that without being able to measure product quality and other statistics in real time, the issue is that there's a lot of lost opportunity to save on costs, to increase plant utilization, and to increase productivity. So with our solution, Anthony is going to go into specifically what we look for. We're looking at machine vision solutions to increase all that, as well as bring in greater transparency into supply chains. So for example, in the construction industry, if you're manufacturing concrete or asphalt, you're going to know exactly what are the performance of your material that you're going to be shipping out in real time. My partner Anthony is going to go right now into exactly what we look for.
Yeah, so at Rockula, we're mainly for now focused on conveyor belts. And right now in industry, it's a very common technique to do manual sampling of rocks on your conveyor belt. So what this means is that they approach the conveyor belt with, let's say, a shovel, and then they take a manual sample and count it themselves. They do this, once a day, once a week. And in truth, it's not a very good representation of what is actually coming into their plant. So what we do is we set up industrial cameras on top of these conveyor belts, which you could see in Guy's background on Zoom a bit. And we analyze every passing rock and send these images to our computer to run a deep neural network to analyze firstly the rock size and shape, then the ore grade and density, as well as look for foreign objects and waste, which sometimes make their way into the conveyor belt network and need to be ejected. So we detect all of these things. And these companies go from, insight every 4 hours every day to insight every 2 seconds as we're taking these images. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Anthony. I think that we were missing your screen. I couldn't see that. But
we didn't share.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for your presentations. Now, I think it's the time to wrap up the section of the pitch. The Mexican companies, Jorge, correct me if I'm wrong, they will receive again the link for them to vote what companies they want to meet with.
Yeah, they are gonna send it right now, and you're gonna receive the second doodle for this second round of startups.
Great. So could we pass now to the business case?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. There's a little bit of tension on the schedule about who is going to present the business case. We're gonna the guy from the guest from Cemex, he unfortunately had to change his schedule. Now we're gonna invite a second business case that we have prepared for you. I'm gonna invite to Abraham. He comes from a Mexican startup called Nubahub, and they have worked intensely with big corporations in Monterrey. So he's going to speak about the experience of working together, startups and companies.
Hi, everyone. I am Abraham Cortez. I'm a CTO from Nubahub, and I want to share with you the experience that you work with a scale-up and the large company like this present in this meeting. I want to start into talking about what Nubahub is. We are a predictive maintenance company, and we are to solve specific problems in the industry related to predict failures of your assets or anomalies in your process. We have to work with the Internet of Things technologies, cloud solutions, and all you need that this kind of projects need to be implemented, like installing sensors and stuff. Our experience when we were working with the big company or large company, it's very grateful. In previous SmartMove sessions, we are sharing this case with Free Aerospace. And Rogelio Reina was talking about this in a project in an open innovation. We have two cases related to these projects with our companies. This is a case of Free Aerospace. They have a problem. This rolling is the biggest in the America Latina, and the problem was sometimes these tools is broken because the effort is very high, and our technology related to the machine learning and analysis of the problems in engineering, we have to resolve this issue. And at the end, working together with the Free Aerospace, it resulted in a success. project, because now the operators have a web app and the controls, and this solution give instructions with with an effort is very high. They can to protect your equipment and tools. And this kind of open innovation involves work with the partners instead of provider and client, because the information is very important to cross the information every week and take decisions at the same time. And maybe at the beginning it's not writing the all terms or all roadmap because it's a problem, it's a complex problem, and they need solving problems in the progress on the project. But it's very interesting work with this kind of interactions. At the beginning, we solve specific problems when we make an actions to solve, and it likes in a good road. We increase the effort related to these solutions, and at the end we can make a project in a success manner. Other project is for Forja de Monterrey. This is related to the Mine 4.0 in the last year. This project is very success project because right now they are winner of cloud award, and we are starting with the second line of this project. What is the objective of this project? And they have a furnace of 5 megawatts, and sometimes because the energy is very high, some anomaly can destroy your inverter, and it's very expensive. Every failure, it's about 1 million of pesos. And we perform computing, edge computing. In this edge computing, we installing a algorithm to predict these anomalies, and when they are presenting or developing, we predict the failure is coming, and they can to planning the change of your maintenance instead of destroying your components. And this project was on time in 3 months of execution, and this is the first edition of the Mine 4.0, and what a success history. And this second edition we are working on again, but on Cemex, and because our vocation of our company is to make technology. We are not an integration of technology, we development this technology. And on the start of a Mexican scale up, we have to tell in Monterrey some opportunities is to reduce, because you need to demonstrate that you can resolve these problems, because the technologies are maybe not complete or are in development stage, but it's very important for us to focus on just one kind of technology, predictive maintenance, and we don't work in another solution, just predictive maintenance. And this is the way to increase your skills in a high level. This is our experience. I don't know if you have some doubts about it.
Thank you very much, Abraham. That's a nice presentation. Now, before we continue, the next minutes are going to be questions and answers. I have my own questions as well, but I would rather for the people in the room, you know, the Mexican companies, especially, and the startups, if they want to ask something about the collaboration startups and companies, especially in Mexico, you're encouraged to do so. Meantime, in the background, so as I was telling, in the back, the team is working for arranging the meetings one-on-one for startups and the companies. In the meantime, do any one of you have questions for Abraham? What can you tell me about the challenges of working, like, first of all, like, to get the attention of companies in Mexico? Is it hard for a startup?
Mexico, I think it's a country opportunities, but it's reduced, and it's important to select the appropriate ways to interact with the clients or the users. In our cases, we are made to business strategy. It's very interesting because if you make the best effort in every project that you have, this project is the ticket for the next project for all other clients, and the attention for the strategy for attention of the companies is to make a perform success projects.
Okay, what are the main challenge that the manufacturers have in order to receive a good value from the service or the collaboration with the startups?
The main value is the shorter time to perform projects, because our standard timing for performing is 3 months, 6 months, and this is a high technology. Maybe the company need more time. The second value is technology is the company don't need to make investment in technology. Instead of we did this investment, we perform it yet, and we provide this technology in the low cost if you want to make all of these platforms.
Okay, thank you, Abraham.